A former vice president of the operator of Japan's crippled Fukushima nuclear power plant has made an apology during his trial for criminal negligence.
Sakae Muto is one of 3 former chiefs set to face a grilling over their role in the 2011 disaster. The trial that started in June last year is now coming to a head. Muto began his testimony in the Tokyo District Court on Tuesday by apologizing to the victims and families affected by the nuclear meltdowns, which he referred to as indescribable trouble. He then bowed deeply. Muto oversaw safety measures at Tokyo Electric Power Company. TEPCO has been ordered to pay compensation in civil cases concerning the accident, but this is the first criminal trial. Muto was indicted along with former company chairman Tsunehisa Katsumata and Vice President Ichiro Takekuro after a citizens panel concluded they should stand trial. The focus is on whether the executives could have foreseen the massive tsunami that hit the plant and if the accident was preventable. The 3 men have been charged with professional negligence, resulting in the deaths of 44 people, most of them patients evacuated from a nearby hospital. The trio is pleading not guilty. According to testimony heard at the previous 29 hearings, TEPCO was considering how to deal with a massive tsunami 3 years before the accident. The 3 executives were reportedly present at a high-level in-house meeting in February 2008. At that meeting, the maximum height of a tsunami was predicted at 7.7 meters. But in June, Muto was briefed that this figure had been revised to 15.7 meters. A former official says Muto seemed shocked and questioned how this was possible. He ordered his staff to lower the estimated figure and to look into getting permission to construct seawalls. The official reported back that offshore seawalls would cost tens of billions of yen and take about 4 years to build. In the end, nothing had been done when the March 2011 earthquake struck. The plant was crippled by a tsunami more than 15 meters high, triggering an unprecedented disaster.
Muto has 2 days in the stand. His co-defendants will also face questioning over the coming days.
People who lost loved ones due to the turmoil caused by the accident are eager to know the truth.
Futaba Hospital and its nursing home in Okuma town were located 4 kilometers from the nuclear plant. About 430 patients and residents had to be evacuated. Around 220 of them were bedridden or very frail. 3 days after the accident, they finally left and began traveling by bus to a distant shelter. 3 of the patients were too weak for the long journey and died en route. Masakatsu Kanno's father survived the trip, but he passed away shortly after.
To be completely honest, I feel nothing but anger toward TEPCO. If the nuclear accident hadn't happened, my father could have lived out the rest of his life in peace.
TEPCO has been held responsible for the nuclear accident and been ordered to pay compensation in civil cases. But a legal expert says it is more difficult to prove responsibility in a criminal trial.
During the trial, both sides will make various arguments. In the course of that process, the public will be able to find out whether TEPCO truly failed to take the necessary measures. In that sense, I think this trial is important.